because I see that term in the Bible codes all the time, coma, and definitely relates to George Bush. And I've said it all along that he does have a reptilian entity that possesses and controls him. We know these Illuminati families all do. They all have the DNA where through blood drinking and ritual that they can prepare their DNA to be inhabited by reptilians who can possess their bodies and shapeshift back and forth between humans and aliens. But he's at the point now, I mean, they're not friendly beings. Dick Cheney was afraid to death of them, always hiding, never really seen in public, just always hiding, afraid of them. There's not a real glorious ending to any of these people who become deceived by it all. You know, the promises of wealth, fame, power, and fortune, but they know what awaits them at the end. They know what awaits them when they die. And the lies that they were told to even begin getting into this stuff, that they would have great power and wealth in the next life, it's all lies. And they realize that. All of them always realize that. They were lied to. And so what awaits them, they dread it, and they're afraid to die. And so hopefully other people will learn just reading my stuff, reading my sites, and listening, because there is no pretty end to anyone who worships Lucifer. You know, the Bible states clearly what awaits all those who reject the Most High, and that is the second death, the eternal lake of fire. Other things I mentioned on my blog this week, you know, I don't know if I really want to get into all of this. You can read my blog at sherryschreiner.blogspot.com, because what I really want to get into, it's something that the Lord told me this morning. After I had posted my blog this morning about staying out of the traps, staying out of the secret societies, staying out of the Satanisms and the New Age groups, because all those people are candidates for being taken over, and they have been. And so the Lord gave me kind of a word this morning, and I want to talk about that. I was sitting here just thinking about the coming alien invasions. And I'm thinking to myself, we're already having one. We're already being bombarded by these things. We're all waiting for them to come in the skies with their UFOs. But look around us. You know, you look around you. People are being possessed. They're being soul-scalped. Millions of people. I'm hearing from people all around the world who buy orgone and send me emails and tell me that, you know, they no sooner planted it around their house and the neighbors were moving out. The neighbors were putting their houses up for sale because evil can't stand to be around good. And this orgone that I make repels evil, and they can't stand it. And it's made me realize how much of our society is starting to be infiltrated by demonic and alien entities. And the Lord basically told me this about this coming invasion. This invasion of the fourth dimension overtaking the third dimension is threefold. The first part of their invasion is covert. It's a covert, silent invasion. And this includes soul scalping and replacing or possessing the bodies of humans with alien demonic beings. And that's what we're seeing now, folks. We're seeing a covert, silent invasion. And what they're doing is they're taking over the bodies of normal humans, everyday humans, your neighbors, your employers, your employees. You can walk into shopping malls or shopping centers or stadiums or just public places, and just everyday people are becoming to be possessed and soul-scalped by aliens and demonic beings. I'm going to get to why and how they do that in a couple minutes here. Another aspect of this threefold invasion is the overt invasion, where you're going to see more visible UFOs in the skies as they do flyovers to condition and intimidate mankind of their presence here on Earth. We're going to start seeing more flyovers, and they have said this all along, that they're going to start flying over more and more and more. And the third part is the elimination of dissenters. If you're not with us, you're against us mentality, that they will eliminate all who oppose them. So this invasion coming from Satan's kingdom to our earth is threefold. You got your covert invasion, the overt invasion, and then the elimination of dissenters. And so that's pretty much their plan right there. And we've been sitting in this covert, silent invasion for a while now. the Lord told me it's been going on for a while, but He was allowing it up to the point because they were claiming their own. But now He's going to start warning His own. I'm going to get into that. Sitting at my computer this morning, just thinking about the sheer numbers of all those who have already been overtaken and possessed or soul scalped by aliens and demonic beings, and the thought of rabid crowds came to mind. Why would that come to my mind? Because a lot of the violent civil disruptions and violent protests taking place around the world are being instigated and led by those working this alien agenda. And it is these pawns who have been soul scalped who are the most vicious and violent. They're the murderers and rapists spreading hate and terror across the globe today. They're not even in possession of their own human bodies. These are pawns that have been soul scalped and possessed by violent aliens and demons. These people, these pawns who have been replaced, they're soul scalped, possessed by evil beings to further the alien agenda of death, destruction, hate, and violence. Whether they know it or not, they're working the alien agenda. Lucifer feeds off abuse, death, and suffering. And those who are sitting in Lucifer's traps of false religions are now the candidates for possession and soul scalping, and many in large numbers are now falling prey to these tactics. So if you are in a false religion, and I don't care what country you are in, you are now a candidate and a prime target to become immediately and automatically possessed or soul scalped by aliens or demons. Radical Islam was a creation of the aliens in our government to spread hatred and violence. Islam itself was created by the Vatican, and the Vatican used our CIA to create the terrorists. Lucifer and his fallen angels, termed as aliens, have infiltrated every nation in our world, whether it be through politics, religion, or entertainment. They are moving our world towards one they can control as they use wars, protests, and mayhem to create an evil energy source for their evil selves to feed off of. Then the answers and solutions to the problems they created help get them closer to further control and slavery of the people. And most people are too dumb to realize what's going on, or they're not even paying attention. They have this mentality, the government will handle it, as they head back to sticking their heads in the sand. And they better believe the government's going to handle it. They've got the problem, reaction, solution. And when the government owns the sand, these people stick their heads in. They'll have nowhere to go but reality, folks, and by then it will be too late. The alien agenda is Lucifer's agenda. The New World Order was an alien creation instigated by them and implemented by their pawns in the secret societies that they created and control. So the New World Order itself was nothing but a tool and a toy of this alien agenda. The New Age was just another tool to deceive the gullible that were not overtly